tu primer torneo como seleccionador y el único antes del Mundial.
This is your first tournament and the only one before the World Cup. How have you managed to handle this tournament beyond, let's say, tactics? And how have you felt about the pace and rhythm of this tournament? Well, it's a great experience facing 1 year before the next year what's coming. I think it's a good experience so that we can have and feel what it means to be consistently traveling. This is the 8th city we have been in, just playing friendly matches and then the official tournament. So I think we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot from the different players, the staff as well. So we know that this is going to be really helpful when it comes to preparing for the World Cup.
Steve Goff from the Washington Post for Tyler. What have you seen? What did you see the other day in a tense, consequential moment for this team from some of the younger guys who might not have been in this situation, and what maybe was also missing from that setting from some of the younger guys?
I mean, I think overall it was really, really good. I think when we look back on our performance, you'll see a really resilient mentality. I named a few guys the other day, but Max Arfston, I think to come out and obviously give up a penalty, but then come back and have an assist and a goal is a great mentality and shows the team spirit. Malik Tillman, after getting fouled really hard, steps up and takes a penalty, misses, but still makes amazing plays in the game. And obviously Matt Freese, unbelievable in the penalty shootout. So many guys will gain valuable experience throughout that game, and it sets us up for success in the future.
Paul Tenorio with The Athletic. This one's for Tyler. You played with Rubio Rubin on the U.S. team, played with Aaron Herrera on the U20s. I wonder what it'll be like. I know you played against guys that you played with many times, but on a national team stage in a semifinal of a tournament, a bit different. And what kind of motivation do you think they'll have playing against the U.S. and how do you kind of match that maybe emotion that's there from them as well?
Yeah, Aaron Herrera, who I was, close with in the under 20 process, obviously a high level player. So it's always a little bit strange, obviously, when you play with them in the youth national team and then now they're playing for Guatemala and you're playing against them in a Gold Cup. But it will be a really unique experience. We know how strong Guatemala is. There's a reason that they're in the semifinal and playing in a semifinal, so we can't take that for granted. The opportunity to play them, and Rubio Rubin obviously was a high level player coming up through the national team. So a lot of players looked up to him growing up, and he's done really well for himself. So it will be exciting to play against him.
Jeff Carlisle with ESPN. My question's for Mauricio. What have you seen in terms of breaking down film of Guatemala? What are you expecting out of them? What did you make of the extra drone that was over practice this morning? And what's Johnny Cardoso's status?
No, I think Guatemala, like Taylor said, is a very good team and deserve to be in the stage that they are. And I think it's a team that very energetic team with a lot of desire, and I think it's going to be very difficult, very good, well organized, very great coach, and very good player. I think it's a good challenge for us. I think it's going to be a tough game tomorrow. We know that, and we go to match in all this area, and then to try to dominate and be better than them. I think we have player with experience and player building the experience, and I think we have a very good mix on the team, and I think we are sure that we are going to perform. About the drum, the extra drum, we were talking. If someone wants some clips, we can send. It's not a problem. We are not going to hide nothing. It's not the NASA here. It's the men's national team. No problem. And then Johnny is difficult. He was today training a little bit, but he's feeling on the end problem again in his ankle. But it's not a big issue, but it's uncomfortable situation, and we see we have 24 hours to assess and see if it can be available to be selected or not. Thank you.
Henry Bushnell from Yahoo Sports. Tyler, in your time with this national team, you guys haven't always played with I'd call it a true number 10, like somebody like Malik, who is roaming in between lines and trying to find those pockets. How does that change things for you guys in possession when you do have a player like him in there?
Yeah, yeah, he's a really high level player in between the lines. That position is rare to come by nowadays. It's like more and more teams are playing without number tens, but when you find a player like that can slow the game down and take pressure off of the team, I think it's really valuable. So, even in the game against Costa Rica, when things get hectic, and he gets on the ball, he can find situations to get out of it and help our team break down the opponent. So, yeah, he's a top player.
Hi, Mauricio.
Oh, hi.
You've talked a lot about experience and wanting to give this group experience. The penalty takers you chose the other day, there were some more experienced players on the field. Tim Ream was still there, Chris Richards, and you went with some young guys, Berhalter, Tolkien, Freeman. Was that part of the, did you pick those guys in part to give them experience, or did you just pick them because you thought they gave you the best?
No, both. I think also we were practice a lot. We from the beginning, I think we are practice a lot, and I think also with all the coaches, business coaches, and all the also we have different tools to practice and see, and on the end also is our gut feeling because it's to see the mental level, the situation, tired, not tired, player that play from after 90 minutes or came from the bench is plenty of different things that we put in the time to take the best decision for the team, and knowing that experience or no experience, you can miss a penalty, and that is sometimes is how you take, and in this moment things happen, and but I think we are full confidence in our selection, and of course, and then always is going to be my responsibility, and but we trust in all, but we need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we trust in the 11 players that are in the pitch, no problem, because we practice and they have the capacity to score and to be good.
Ryan Tolmich from Goal. Mauricio, we spoke to Tim today, and he's not someone to get into fights or anything, but he was saying how proud he was of the guys for really jumping in and defending Malik after he missed his penalty and sort of setting a tone that the team wasn't going to take that. For you, you've been saying all along that you want to build a culture of guys who want to fight for each other and defend each other and have that go through the team. So for you, what does that moment mean for this team, and what does that really change going forward, knowing that these guys will, in fact, go fight for each other like that?
Yes, I think this guy always is going to be involved because next to me he like to fight, and but now
I had a yellow.
but I think now is what we are seeing is not only him, it's the whole group, and the keeper also. He ran 100 meters to be in the fight. No, you see, and that was amazing. That means something. But for me, that I'm an Argentino, that we love to fight, that means a lot, because it means that we are connected, that we care about my teammate, and when that is need to be natural in between them, and that is why they deserve all the whole credit, the experienced player, but also the young player that listen the experienced player. That is the important thing. If not, it's impossible to grow like a team, be a team, because we can select 26 players, but on the end, be a team is a different thing. We can have 26 players that play in an individual way, and it's difficult to have this type of behavior. That is because they care, because they made the effort not only on the field, if not out the field, to try to to care. I was seeing the other day that how we are in the dinner room, 3 tables, and how they connect in between the table. You can feel that energy that is not only 3 tables, it's only 1 table, because they talk, they are very connected. And that is in a spontaneous situation. You cannot force, you cannot push, only we can create the platform and say, come on, yeah, but that is in the way, but after is the responsibility. That is why we feel so proud. Happen what happened, I'm going to be proud of to be part of this group of players. That is what we want. That is how we feel, how we want to represent our country, and we want to fight for our flag, for our shirt. And then it's many aspect or factor that sometimes you cannot manage on the pitch, the situation, decision of the referee, the pitch maybe is dry and or wet. That is different thing. But all that is in our hands. I think this group is going to give everything to try to earn what we want to earn is to arrive to the final, and then one going there and try to to the people and to our family to feel proud about us.
Good afternoon, Tyler. Buenas tardes, profesor
Buenas
Mauricio.
tardes.
Stephanie Chaverri para ESPN. Profesor, quisiera preguntarle sobre
Coach,
el
I
rival.
wanted to ask you about the rival. We know that he's part of the Guatemala selections. Also, what have you thought? I mean, what are your feelings and thoughts regarding the levels of performance of this Latin American teams? Well, we expect a difficult match. It's going to be tough with a well-organized team, and they have a great coach. So we're getting into the semifinals. If they're there, that means that they deserve it. They earned it. So I think that they're growing a lot. Soccer in general and football is growing a lot in Central America. Well, we saw it from afar, but now that we're here, we've seen a lot of growth, great players, technical team with structure. They're growing. They're playing with great talent and quality. That's why I'm saying that yes, they have evolved a lot. And of course, we know that this is a tough tournament, and of course, they're fighting with different teams in Central America. Allegedly, in theory, they could have a better level, but I think that that's something that just decreased our strength as well. And this is a great challenge, I would say.
Mauricio, Tom Timmerman from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Has it just been a matter of time together that has led to this team growing, or have there been other factors at play in this team's development, like since the Switzerland game?
Always for a coaching staff, it's important to have this type of period, with them, because it's not how we really can, create that emotional link that you need. Not only to know how they are, in a professional way, if not a human being, is really important. For me, always I said, football is a context of emotion, and you need to create emotion. If you don't have contact, last time was in March. We arrived all Monday afternoon or night, and then one training session to prepare Thursday to play and Sunday, and then disappear. And I think we were together maybe with the jet lag of everything. Maybe we spent a few hours together, and how you can build something in between 26 player plus all the staff and a new coaching staff like we are. It's only about time. That's why for us it was really important to have this time together. We are more than 1 month, nearly 5 weeks, and that we start to know really how we are. They need to know us, our demands, and how they are in different situations, how they behave. I think that is priceless for us to make the best decision for the future and arrive in the World Cup with the condition to say, hey, we really know each other. Now we need to go to design the best strategy to play every single game, to be the best, and to perform. That's it.
Mauricio, Omnispon, USsoccer.com. I know you haven't gotten a chance to assess all of your goalkeepers in this camp, but I'm just curious with Matt Freese's performance in this tournament, how has he kind of shifted the way you view the depth at that position?
Well, circumstance. Look, I explained about the situation of Matt that didn't play in the whole season, but we really trust on him because he proved that he can deal with the pressure into competing in a big tournament. But also we want to add some player more to compete with him and to, and then I think seeing the performance of different keepers, I think Matt Freese deserve the opportunity and then the trust, because it's not only to give one game and say, come on, and perform and prove that you can deal with the pressure. No, it's about to have continuity. And that was a perfect situation to give continuity, because all the players need to have some continuity to show the real quality. And in that case, it's not that is proving that we were right or wrong. It's about that we really believe when we give the opportunity, and then, it's about him to deliver the job. I think we are happy with all the with Matt Turner. He's doing a fantastic job. Not playing, but he's helping a lot. His experience is massive for the team. And then Chris Brady also is young, but is improving a lot. And the synergy and the energy in between them and is fantastic. And we are so happy. But we are so happy with the whole players, the whole team. No?
Ya más de un mes trabajando, Bernardo Zuna de ESPN, ya más de un mes trabajando juntos. ¿Qué es lo que más le ha dado gusto de lo que ha visto en el crecimiento de
It's been over a month since you've been working together, so I know that you were fighting and you were getting a lot of discontinuity. So how have you benefited from that? Well, soccer. Well, we have to play soccer the right way without overlooking that there's another side of soccer, which is desire, energy, that rivals are aggressive, so you need to be aggressive as well. But again, we are along the same lines of having priorities, let's say, as our games, with the basis, right? That it is an aggressive and energetic team. So that is something that we have to work along all of these lines. We do not just want a team that is there to fight. Well, because when you analyze a group of players or when you analyze the past and you start giving more priorities to improve. So, soccer teams, if you do not find that, it is very difficult to develop the play you're trying to develop. Everything else comes after you manage to instill that desire, motivation, drive, fighting for your teammates. And of course, after that, you can just start with any types of, tactics.